Hi, everyone, and welcome to Vibrant Vibes. This is my podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Farah, and these are my guests, Ryan and Kyla. We're going to be talking about friendships today. I've been friends with Kyla for about 13 years now, and Ryan, it's been about 5.
We met in middle school. We were in seventh grade. We were gym class buddies, and ever since we've been very close. Been one of my best friends, and we never argue.
I met Ashley through Kyla. We went to Canada for Kyla's 21st birthday, and that's where I met Ashley. And then I didn't hang out with her for like months after that, and then she invited me out for her birthday. And then here we are.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
Okay, what are some things we're talking about? Friendships. Let's talk about the good first. Good, I can start off. Good, I would say, because I look at you guys, is in life as you get older, I feel like the older you get, you're going to realize that you're not going to have maybe so many friends as you did as you're younger. And I feel like that's because you're learning as you're younger. As you get older, you realize that you really only need maybe even a small circle of friends. And I've learned that you realize who your real friends are. Mm-hmm. And honestly, at the end of the day, having loyal friends is what truly matters at the end of the day.
Yes. And then even with us meeting so young, who would have thought we would have been this close this many years later? Like, this is my child's godmom. That's crazy. And I wouldn't change it for nothing, even though she's crazy.
Well, I also say when it comes to friendships, which we can get down to talking about maybe the cons of it, I would say when it comes to friendships too, I've also learned growing up, and I feel like we made friends that we thought that we could trust. And it comes down to at the end of the day where some of those people that you think are really your friends you can trust end up teaching you a lesson. I guess that's the best way that you can put it. And that's okay. That's fine. But yes. I feel like when you go through those lessons, you definitely grow from it too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And you have to realize not all people are good people to have around you. Mm-hmm. Some people wish bad on you, you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So it's very important to keep those good people around you compared to the bad people. You have to weed them out.
Yep, that's true. And I feel like as the older you get, as you're younger, it takes time. When you're younger, you're not, I wouldn't say as knowledgeable, but you're learning as you go. Like there's a lot of lessons I've learned.
You're kind of naive when you're young.
That's true. Yep, that is very true. Honestly, yeah. So that's one thing I think I learned. But now that I'm older, you really realize that the people who truly matter to you are your friends that you know are loyal to. That's really what matters.
And in our reference, we like to say that the person's been voted off the island. So very simple. You get off the island, you don't get to come back.
That's our motto.
You sure is.
I will say another good thing, I guess you could put in the good category, is that I feel like as you're getting older, like we're all getting older, like we have one that wants to go into nursing school. I definitely am working on owning my own business, and I'd love to be my own entrepreneur one day. So that is my goal. And we have another one that works with kids every day, and she's learning to be a new mom every day, which is also
yay, mama!
Yay! Both of us
times 2.
Yeah, we could talk about that too. Is becoming a new mom, especially at a young age. You're learning about yourself, and as you're trying to raise a little one, that's also a big thing too. But every day you're learning, and one thing I've learned too is love having a child and having a little boy. Being a young mom, and he's only 15 months old right now, but you learn love in a new different aspect too that you never thought you'd feel before. So that's pretty cool.
Most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just a cat mom. But I would say that I love your guys' kids so much. Like they have definitely taught me that it's possible to love something so much. Like I never knew that I could love another person like that. Mm-hmm. And it's just crazy sometimes to think about. And especially to especially to think about how big that they're getting so quickly. Like I feel like just yesterday Jax was born.
Yes, my son's in Jackson. Yeah,
And like just watching Carter grow as well, like he is just getting so big now. It's crazy.
He's only 2 months.
He's so cute. I know. Like me and my sister were talking last night about him and stuff because, like I said, I was showing everybody those pictures, and she was like, "How old is he now?" I was like, "He's 2 months." She's like, "Already?" I was like, "Yeah,
I know, that's how I feel. Like it went by so fast. Like from the whole pregnancy and finding out, and then having him here is just so crazy. He's like the best baby.
He's very sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. But I do feel like too, even though you're a cat mom, you have responsibilities.
And you have a mother instinct without being a mother.
And you are going to be a nurse. So you have that very caring and nurturing aspect to you that you want to care for people.
Yeah, she gonna be wiping our ass when we're older.
That is not true. These people say that all the time, and it's not happening. I promote independence, okay?
We gonna see.
But
we ain't gonna see.
Being an animal mother.
No. Mike, if you're watching it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Anywho, I feel like though, yes, you're a cat mother, but I grew up having dogs. I grew up having dogs and animals that you have to have a responsibility of feeding that animal every day, make sure they have water, and just make sure that they're healthy every day.
Mm-hmm.
And take care of
them. You have
them.
to love them the same way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you're a mom. Cat mom.
Yay to all the moms out there and all the cat moms.
Period. And dog moms. Can't be about them.
Well, was there anything else you guys have to say about friendships? If not, we move on to the next topic. Or any advice?
I don't know.
I feel like when you realize negativity early on, it doesn't matter if it's just friendships or even relationships, you have to let that person go. Mm-hmm. Some people, you let them come back again and again and again. They never learn their lesson. And I feel like you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you doing too much. So time for you to go. The vote off the island. You gotta go.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I also believe that as we're getting older, you really need to be aware of your energy that's surrounding you. Like, I'm very big on, I believe we're all empaths. You just talked about that earlier, being an empath, and that you could feel energy in the room. And just by feeling someone else's energy, I mean, even someone walks in the door and, they're all angry and stuff, you're going to feel that. Say you're in a good mood, this person's mad. It's like, all right. It's just very good as you get older to be aware of your surroundings, be aware of the energy surrounding you, who you want to put around you in your daily life.
Especially with being moms, you have to be careful who you have around your kids and the energy. Kids follow that like very easily.
Yep,
they feel it. And even when you're pregnant, like when we were pregnant, you don't want everybody rubbing your belly or touching your belly because you don't know if they're wishing bad on you, they have good energy or not.
No, I'm very big on energy. The older I get, good energy is good to be around you, to be zen and just be calm all the time. You have calm emotions, you're going to think calm all the time. You're not going to react in a negative way to anything. Your life's going to be easier for you. So I'm big on that. Yeah, that's good. But we can actually move on to the next topic. Let's talk about school. Great. I can start off with me. I graduated from Eastern Michigan University. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing management. I'm a double major. I'll be honest, I don't miss school at this moment. I know school is very tough. I've been through it. College is stressful as it is. You're at your age in your 20s when you're trying to balance your life and juggle everything, school, work, if you have a kid, like it's hard. It's a lot, but I am proud that I graduated. I'm proud, I got through it, but honestly, at the end of the day, school is not for you. It's not for you, but if school is for you or you feel like you need to go to school, just do it, get motivated, and get that degree. You're going to be proud of yourself, and you're going to be glad you did it, for real. But I want to ask you a question.
What?
Okay. I guess I want to know, like I'll just say like for me, like what made me want to get into marketing and management. I don't know, I've always loved the business aspect of the world. I don't know, I've always wanted to be my own entrepreneur. I wanted to get deep into school, so that's why I went for marketing and management, just to have those degrees and to use those skills behind me to own my own, business one day. What got you, or what made you feel like you want to get into nursing school?
If I'm being completely honest, when I was growing up, like everybody always told me that I would be a really good nurse. Like, I was a very helpful kid, I would say. I liked to help out a lot. So I don't know. And I guess it would help that my mom was also in the medical field as well. She's a occupational therapist, and as well as my grandmother, she was also a occupational therapist. And they just always told me how good of a nurse I would be, and you know, I wanted to be a teacher when I was younger, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I always told them, like, no, I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be a teacher. But somewhere along the line, it changed. I would say, like, high school, because we had, what was that called? The vocational center, like VOTEC.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I did that, and I did medical assisting there. So I really enjoyed all of the medical. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
I feel like it was just meant to be for you. I could see you being an actual teacher. I could see you being a nurse, doing everything.
Good thing about, a lot of people in life, no matter what you want to go for, or your dream is, but honest God, being a nurse you'll never see that job ever go away. You'll always need nurses, and honestly, at the end of the day, the world ends. We're looking at you for help. Yep. So we need you.
Yes.
But it's very hard, and
I'm excited to start.
Yeah,
we're very proud of you.
and you're gonna get through it. You're gonna do it.
You're gonna kill it.
We're gonna celebrate. And I know you and I went to school. We both went to Eastern. How was college experience for you?
I feel like I didn't get to experience the college experience compared to like what you got to experience. Ashley lived in a dorm. I did not live in a dorm. I commuted, and then Ashley was able to, she really went to the parties and stuff. I really didn't go to the parties like that, so I feel like I feel like
she didn't.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
She said, "I bet you did." I said, "No, she didn't."
I wish I would have had like more of the college experience, even though Eastern is like 30 minutes away from me, like where I was living at the time. But it was not bad at first. Like the first 2 years went by very fast. It was very easy. The third year, it was like getting difficult, but it wasn't still too bad. And then around my fourth year is when COVID hit, and I'm very much a in person, on hands on learner, and it was very hard for me to do school virtually. And some people can cheat their way through, but I couldn't do that. It wasn't that easy for me. And there'd be times me and Ashley would always have a class together, texting each other while we're in class, like, did you see that? On the Zoom calls and everything, but it's okay. I didn't graduate, but I do want to go back eventually, just not at the moment. I did have a baby, and I have no regrets about it. School was very hard at the time. A lot of things were happening, and I'm glad I took my time off. So when it's time for it to happen again, it will happen again. But while I was in school, I was going for psychology, be a therapist, and
Are you saying something?
No, I'm saying we need to help with your class.
Yeah, the psych class. That's what I. I didn't take it that way.
I didn't even take it that way.
But to become an actual therapist, it takes a lot of schooling, and I know I did not have the patience for that. So
it's not only the schooling too. Like, I'm pretty sure to become a therapist, there's like unique clinical hours.
Yeah,
well.
that
It's
too,
kind of
and I didn't
thing
have
with
any of
nursing.
that.
Yeah.
So it would just, I would have to go into a different field. I was rather just have my own business doing something.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Like, we always say you should do like a business with your baking because you like baking so much.
Right now it's like cooking and baking. I just wish I had more space to do it.
Of course.
If I had more space to do everything, I would definitely love to. So once when I get my money, I would love to get a suite and do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you. Having supportive friends helps.
Yes, it does. Yes. That's actually another thing too. If you guys, we can go back to that real quick. Talking about friendships is one huge thing, and that also goes for like the good of it is having supportive friends. My friends, and I will agree with them. I am one of those people where I am very innovative. I like to come up with things. I like to come up with ideas. But when I come up with these ideas, sometimes I may start them, but then I end them really quickly.
Yes.
Thank you. But one thing about me is I'm learning also about myself this year is I'm one of those people where I will not stop until I figure it out. Rather that's okay, this worked out, this didn't work out, this worked out, this didn't work out. But at the end of the day, my friends have always supported me no matter what my ideas or no matter how crazy my idea can be. Exactly. They will always support me. And that is one thing to have real good supportive friends like that. So, thank you.
No problem.
You're welcome.
We support all the ideas, no matter how interesting they may be.
Thank you.
No problem.
Another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit since like the first episode. Let's just talk about like our work backgrounds. So like me, I'm a waitress. I've been a waitress for about 7 years. It's been a long time. I started waitressing when I was 18. I work at a wine bar restaurant. I love it. The people there are great that I work with. It's Italian food, so shout out to but I've been a waitress. But one thing about being a waitress, and this goes out to anybody that does work in the food industry, waitressing, serving, I really does teach you people skills, communication skills, organization skills. You can multitask. There's so many different aspects behind it. So if you can definitely get your foot in that door just for a little experience, do it.
So with that being said, me and Ryan wipe ass for a living. She wipes grown ass. I wipe baby ass. I work at a daycare, and I love children. Is it not true?
Oh God.
There you go.
I am a patient care tech
Like an ass.
in a hospital, which is basically a CNA, but in a hospital instead of like a nursing home. So yes, I do wipe a lot of ass for my job.
And I do too, because I work with babies. We wipe a lot of ass, but I love my job. I love children. And just like you said, you want to be a teacher when you were younger. I never thought I would work with kids until the opportunity was brought to me, because I wanted to leave my fast food job at McDonald's, which nobody wants to stay at longer than what I did. I stayed there for 5 years, and I was very much ready to go. And I was approached with the opportunity to get a new job at a daycare, and I was like, I don't know about that. And I went to the interview. I absolutely love the boss, and I ended up going, and I've been there 5 years now. 5 years now. Almost 4 or 5 years, yeah. So it's always worth it. And now I get to bring my baby, so even better.
And that's actually how me and Kyla met. Is we both worked at McDonald's together. So I was only there for a couple of years before I left to work in an urgent care.
See that bitch left me?
Yeah, I did. I told them on it one day. I said my last day is today, and
that's pretty much what I did.
They were not very happy about that, but I just didn't want to do it no more.
Fast food takes a toll on somebody. Especially, it depends on who you're working around. Like, I made a lot of great friends at McDonald's. I still have a lot of great friends I talk to now, but that whole environment is just toxic, and it depends on the managers and all that too, and then the customers. Don't even get me started. But that was a lot. And I feel like the McDonald's that we were at, it was a prime one, so like everybody went there. So yeah,
that's all right. Live and you learn.
I'm glad.
Oh my God, I hated it there.
The only reason that it was tolerable was the nugs.
And sweet and sour sauce.
Nuggets, yeah, we used to eat nuggets all day. And hash browns.
I would.
Oh my gosh,
and
bro.
the fries, everything. Like, we just had so much fun. But other than that's it.
Well, here's a fun topic. Hobbies.
Oh, I really like reading.
Thank you. Well, I'm really getting into, I like watching podcasts. Cooking has been my new thing too. I used to love when the pandemic happened.
Ashley's very creative. Like out of all my friends, it's like you're very creative too, especially with the nail thing right now. You're being very creative, very artistic.
She can do nails.
I do nails, yes.
And she does mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she's really good at it, and like y'all are very creative, and I'm not very creative in that aspect, like colors and stuff like that. But I'm really creative with my cooking and like baking and stuff like that, and like different ideas with that. So I guess that would be my hobby is like cooking right now. I just like to see different things.
Okay, well, I have a question for the both of you. Why do you like reading?
Why do I like reading? Because it's kind of like a little escape from reality. Because I feel like when I'm reading, I can like, it's like a movie in my head almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can see the images, I can see the scene, I guess, if you want to call it. Like I can just see it all in my head. And it's just a nice way to kind of shut my brain off. My brain is like always going, and it's hard to.
Oh, it's crazy is you're also
sometimes.
using your brain to read, and like it's really good. Is there a favorite book that you have?
Well, let me just start by saying this. I used to hate reading, like in school and stuff, because that was like something that they made us read. Like there was a few books that I enjoyed reading that they required us to, but for the most part, like I never really liked reading. And I would say like this last year, I really started getting into it. I would say because of everything that was happening with me at the time. And I'm not gonna get into that right now. That is not.
That's another episode.
That's another episode. We're not gonna talk about that right now.
Subscribe to my channel.
Support it.
But it's a nice little escape.
Yeah, I feel like everyone I've talked to, they've also the same thing.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that. I don't know. All of the books that I've read so far, like, have been my favorite. Like, I don't really have a specific favorite right now. I will say that this last book that I read, it was called The Fourth Wing. I don't know if any of you have read it. It's by Rebecca Yarros. If you like dragons, you should definitely read it because it was such a good book. And I would say that was a really good one that I read.
Okay, well, I hope anyone that's listening that they can take that recommendation and enjoy that book. Yes. And then, why do you enjoy cooking?
I like seeing people's reaction. Even like when I would bake and everything, like I would always have a reaction video and stuff like that. And even when I was younger, all I watched was a lot of Food Network. I wasn't like all the other kids watching like Disney Channel and stuff all the time. Like I was a Food Network kid. That's all I watched.
I watched these.
Yeah.
And I was outside.
I wasn't outside like that. We know why I wasn't outside. But I just wasn't outside like that as a kid. I used to just love watching, like me, my mom, my dad used to watch Iron Chef and stuff like that all the time. I watch a lot of Chops. I watch a lot of stuff right now. So like all those different things. I'm like, ooh, I want to try this, or ooh, I want to try and do this. And then like I live with my boyfriend, and it's like funny seeing his reaction to certain things, especially because he's so picky. And like he's starting to branch out with different things. Like everything I cook, he's like, ooh, I'll try it. Ooh, I'll try it. I'm like, okay. So it's like it's really cool, and I'm like being able to cook more because I wasn't able to do that when I lived with my mom. Like I couldn't cook all the time like that. Yeah. But now I can, and it's awesome, honestly. And I like having my own food. Yeah, that's my own creativity. I'm not creative in any other way. But
she is a really good cook.
She is. I remember when you baked. There's two different things. The strawberry cupcakes. That
Bro,
what do you like? Hold on. What do you like to add to them? The icing and
the icing and the. So I use like a strawberry cream Baileys, and you put it in a pipette, and you put it into the cupcake. And when you eat the cupcake, you squeeze the pipette so you get the liquor with it, and it's like so good together. You don't even taste it. And then I used to make a peach cobbler one with peach crown. Now that would take it.
Hit her up. She knows how to bake.
Mm-hmm.
La La Licious.
La La Licious.
She knows her stuff.
Thank you.
And she got an Instagram page too.
I do. La La Licious __.
Hit her up.
It's been a long time.
You let her know what you want. She will bake it for you, and it's so
Honestly.
good. And she can add liquor to it. She can be creative with it. She can. Another thing is to remember you made. It was the brownie with the chocolate syrup. I don't know if it was the brownie or cake you put. No, the brownies with the strawberries.
Oh, so it's like a chocolate covered strawberry brownie. Because I really love chocolate covered strawberries, and then to top it off, I really love brownies. I'm a big chocolate person. Well, we all are. We all are very big chocolate people, but I'm even more of a bigger chocolate person.
I would say Ashley isn't. She's like a sour type of girl.
But when she has chocolate, she's like, ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it down.
That's the thing. So like she has something really good, like it's like busting for her. But yeah, so that was like my favorite thing. That was really good. I haven't made that in a long time. I would definitely love to make that soon.
Okay, well let me know so I can come over, right?
Okay. She lives like down the street, so.
Well, I feel we talked about a lot of good stuff for the first episode.
I think so too.
And I thank you guys for joining me. I think this was a really good first episode.
Yes.
Everyone, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, and just remember these are my friends, Kyla and Ryan, and thank you so much for watching us and listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.